Recording.
Recording in.
Thank you. So yes, I can see Mombasa represented. I can see Kampala represented. I can see Tanzania represented. Ghana represented. So thank you so much for all tuning in. We want the maximum number of people to be here so that we can learn together. If I didn't mention your country, forgive me, but I know the numbers are building up. So let's do this together. No, Tanzania wapo, karibu sana. Okay, good. So the three musketeers are ready to present and give you a very exciting session today. We nicknamed ourselves the Three Musketeers. We have Dr. Sam all the way from Kampala. He will be having his session not long ago from now. Myself, I am speaking from Nairobi, and we'll have the amazing leader Enos all the way from Tanzania joining us much later in the session. So let's get to 100, 7 more people to go. Let's get to 100 guys. Share the link, send reminders in your groups that we begin together. ManUp is officially up and running. So it is an awesome presentation done by 3 amazing gentlemen. I want to believe so. And the content is not just about men, so don't fear to invite others or share the link. I believe wholesomely we can all learn 1 or 2 things and benefit 100%, okay? So just to kick us off, ManUp, like I said, is mostly, that statement is probably to excite you or to remind you that it's not just about suffering, because most of us, we suffer in silence, and it's not advisable. Maybe you don't have somebody to speak with, to share whatever it is you're going through, but you're always reminded that there are 2 options when you're undergoing this kind of experience. Number 1, you can give up, and this temptation is always with us, giving up in whatever it is that you're doing. You want to squeeze in some finances here and there, you're rushing for your goal. And as you know, we've just begun another quarter, so maybe quarter 1 was not very awesome. You didn't get the results you're looking for, and probably want to give up, but just a reminder that no giving up. Rather, we need to man up, you need to fight, okay? You need to go for your goals. We have 9 months ahead of us in the year. We have 9 chances, I call them 9 chances, to man up and really go for whatever it is you're fighting for, those dreams, ambitions, and goals. And today we are here to really talk into depth about it, because we believe that manning up is about making decisions in whatever it is that we do. Every single day, every single minute, every single second, we make decisions, touching on our lives, touching on what we do, decision on what to eat, where to eat it, if you're going out, if you are doing business, what tools to use or engage in. If you're going out again, what dress to put on. So those are decisions, just to mention a few. And also, it's important to also have clarity of mind, clarity of vision and path. So where are you going in life? What are the timelines to achieve what it is that you want to achieve? Also, thirdly, is to stop making excuses as you're winding up. Stop making excuses and reaching out to our potential. All of us have a greater potential in life, whether financially, mindset, but sometimes we don't really rise up to that potential for different reasons, which we look at much later. So this is just an introduction to our ManUp session. So without much ado, I would like to shift gears or shift the venue and slide into another presenter. So help me invite all the way from Kampala, Dr. Sam Gonahasa is going to take us through the next session. Let me give him rights to share, and then also unmute him so that he can share with us 1 or 2 things. While we are doing that, we've just hit the 100 mark. So let's keep on inviting so that we are here, all of us together. So let's shift gears and move to Kampala, Uganda, where we have Dr. Sam Gonahasa. I am unmuting you now. There you go. Confirm that you are good. And all of us, let's celebrate Sam as he's coming on board so that he can share with us amazing stuff that he has for us. Sam, are you there?
Yes, hello, Emmanuel. I'm excited. It's great to be online this evening, and welcome to everyone. We've hit the 100 mark. It's great to see everybody, from all over East Africa. What an exciting evening to be manning up. We need to put out those muscles, flex them, get ourselves moving. I know the ladies are also joining us, even though it's a man-up event. Well, that's okay. These are the days of equality, and it's fine for you to flex your muscles also. So we are very excited, to be having you this evening. So I'm going to just dive right in. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for the warm welcome. And it's great to have everybody again. Let me just dive right in. Today, I'm just going to start by showing you, a few, and I hope you can see my screen, Emmanuel. Are you able to see my screen? Can you confirm that you can see my screen? I'm showing someone whose net worth is 1.2 billion US dollars. Can you see that?
Yes, you can see that. Wow.
Okay, great. Because I wanted to start by, provoking us. It's good to, sometimes we can get into our comfort zone and feel like, we've gotten to where we want to get to. But I believe that the reason we are all here tonight is because we are challenging ourselves. We are saying, look, I want to go higher. I want to build my financial potential. I want to lift myself from where I am. And sometimes it's good to look at examples like Reginald Mengi, like, Hewi Tum have just been talking out, like Bakresa. These are some of the, the leading business people in East Africa, people who are building remarkable businesses and have an incredible net worth. And I think it's just to say that if they can do it, we can also do it. It's not impossible for us, to achieve our dreams, to achieve our goals. And so why are we here? I mean, this is the question that we want to answer. Maybe we are here because we've already achieved it. Maybe not. We're actually here because we face challenges. Because every day we are faced with challenges. Every one of us has dreams. We want to be successful. But the challenge is, where do we start? Where do we even get the courage to dream big? While it feels that we cannot even deal with the basics of life. Sometimes we're just struggling through the basics of life. And we're surrounded by other people who are struggling. So this is a fact. It's all around us. People are looking for financial solutions. And most people struggle because, we've not had a chance to get some money science, to understand how do we deal with money? How do we build wealth? How do we, change our financial situation? And, just thinking even beyond us, just thinking about generational wealth, we need to build assets. We need to have, things that continue to bring an income to us, investment funds, stocks, bonds. I know many people here may be, super experts, much better than me. I'm a medical doctor. That's my training background. But I'm very interested in lifting the financial state of people around me. Building businesses, having things that bring royalties that are passed down from one generation to another. I'm just going to speak, say some facts. About 70% of wealthy families, even those that have managed to build wealth and get to that place, they lose their wealth by the next generation. And I know right now you may be thinking about this wealthy businessman who labored so many years, and then after that, the next generation, it's gone and it's not there. 90% lose it the generation after. So building wealth and maintaining it and transferring it really takes a certain level of financial literacy. And not everyone has it, but we can build it. And I'm glad that you have been able to join us tonight so that we can be able to touch on these things and transform our lives. And these are the facts of our lives. Every day, many of us wake up Monday to Friday, and this is our life. We are running, but things are not really changing financially. And it's good that you're here tonight because it is you that we are speaking to. It is ourselves that we are seeking to lift up and to change, the course of our lives. A few years ago, I encountered this very simple diagram that I'm showing you right now, and it just helped me to get a sense of understanding about financial matters. You will see these four areas or these four quadrants: employees, self-employed people, business owners, and investors. And you will find, many of us fall within the quadrant of either employee or self-employee. When someone is really a very good employee, they become so skilled, then they decide, let me start my own little thing. Let me start my own, for instance, clinic if I'm a doctor. Let me start my own law firm if I'm a lawyer. Let me start my own engineering company. And they become self-employed. And many people try to build that business, you know, in that self-employed quadrant. But most of it, they struggle with because it relies on them. It's all about self. That is what is in there. So the more skill I have, the better I get. But now the more time I need to put in. And, you know, getting to a place where you have both money and time becomes a challenge. But some of the faces I was showing you today, you know, who have built incredible fortunes are what we call business owners. They've been able to build businesses. They may have started small, but then they were able to build teams that have expertise beyond themselves and have been able to put together these teams and systems, you know, to be able to come to a place where they earn and they can rest at the same time. They can have time, but they can also have money. And I know every one of us, if I were to ask anyone to lift their hands and say, where do you want to be, you know, 2 years from now? Where do you want to be next month? I'm sure everybody would be saying, I want to be a business owner. I want to have the business and the money, you know, but not have to lack time. I want to enjoy the money that I make. All of us want to be there. And then others are investors. They use their money to make money. But you see, if you don't have money, you can't use it, you know, to make money. So the truth is that all of us are somewhere within these four quadrants. And tonight, you have the opportunity to decide where you want to be and where you're going to commit your time and your effort, you know, for the years that are coming ahead, so that your financial future can be absolutely different. The truth is that 95% of the world's population live on the employee and self-employed side of the world, whereas 5% live on the other side. They are business people, they are investors, and at the same time, you know, they earn or they own the majority of the world's wealth. Now, the truth is that the world is changing, economies are changing. You know, we are now living in a place of a shared economy where we need to think about how do I benefit someone as I also benefit? Because the days of thinking about yourself alone, my friend, if you're there and you just think about, I want to get it alone, I'm not thinking about how to help other people. The truth is that you're not going to make money. Airbnb is helping people who have built their small homes and houses and are turning them into businesses. And now Airbnb earns money while those people earn money. Uber is doing the same. It uses people's cars and gets people around town. Those people earn money who use it, but you know, Uber also earns money. So we are living now in a time of shared economy, and we need to begin to open our minds and to change the way we look at wealth creation, because wealth creation is not in my little shop, is not in my little small, you know, clinic and pharmacy and thing which I alone can run. It's now in a shared economy, and this is the world into which we are going. So as we talk about wealth creation, you know, we need to think about assets. We need to think about how to overcome debt, you know, how to build wealth and maintain it, and not just accumulate money, because you can have money, but money begins to lose value. You know, it's about building a solid structure, a place or a vehicle is what I would call it, a vehicle in which your money lives and also multiplies. And this vehicle needs to be a robust vehicle. It needs to be rigged enough so that it can, you know, hold up under the storms, because the truth is financial times change. I mean, we saw during COVID how so many businesses just came to a total standstill, but there are also businesses that were rigged enough and were able to weather the storms. So is your vehicle rigged enough? Can it hold together in the midst of storms? Or as well, is it flexible enough so that when things change, it can change? And this is today, this is the opportunity we want to share with you. We want to give you a chance to look at different investment vehicles, but also to focus especially on changing our attitudes, our skills. What I realized is that irrespective of the business, irrespective of whatever you choose to invest in, for some people, they choose to invest in an excellent education, get so many degrees, become the very best. The truth is that in order to achieve that, you need commitment. You need commitment to purpose. You need to have passion in order to achieve. You need to be courageous. Some people say, I want to start a business, and then immediately fear strikes them. They say, what if I fail? What if I take all my savings, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, and put it in a business? And then it just goes down. Or COVID, you know, like COVID came and hit. What is going to happen? You need courage. These are the things that are going to be ingredients for creating wealth in our lives, for manning up financially. Courage, willingness to take risks, positive attitude, knowing that even when I fail, I can rise again. Because even those who fail, those who have been able to succeed have failed many, many, many times. I want you to think about a soccer match when people are hitting for the goal. How many times do they aim for the goal and how many times do they actually score? You'll find many times it will just be 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 of those shots that will make a goal. But these people are running 90 minutes. They are going for the goal. Even though they shoot 10 times and miss, they know the 11th time will be a goal. And they'll just keep going because of a positive attitude. These are the things we need to build inside of ourselves, a strength of character, levels of integrity. Integrity has become a huge issue, across our countries, across Africa, across, the different places where we see, where we operate, where we work. Integrity is needed. And you need to be able to build businesses that can weather the storm, because in the end, we've seen people who have created wealth, but then their integrity is put in question and then it's all gone. It's all lost. So I can talk about each of these points, but these are the things that I realized will be key for creating a strong and incredible business. Now, the beauty is that today I'm not the only person who is going to be speaking to you. I'm showing you a picture from very many years ago. This is like almost 7-8 years ago when I encountered a friend of mine from Tanzania called Enos. And I know you can see the picture and you can see my, my video. So of course, a lot of changes have happened in our lives, in my life, in his life. But he touched my life incredibly, as he shared with me. And he shared with me and helped me to realize that sometimes the things that hold us back are all in our head. There are limitations we put on ourselves. There are things we tell ourselves, I cannot make it. I cannot manage. I cannot achieve the success I want to achieve. And he challenged me, just like you see this horse tied to a chair, tied there. And I want to say to you, I know that if you've joined tonight, you have potential. You have the capacity to build the life that you want to build. You can achieve the dreams you want to achieve. But we want to give you a chance to put these dreams together into a vehicle that can take you from where you are to where you want to go. And when Enos encountered me, I was working as a doctor. I still work as a doctor, but he showed me how building an income part-time, building a business part-time, I could be able to achieve some of those dreams. He began to wake up my dreams. I began to realize when my salary came, it was all gone before I was even done. And yet I had so many requests, so many needs on my table. And I began to ask myself, look, I need to have a life. I need my children to go to the private schools. I want them to go to international schools. I want to travel the world. I want to, to make friends. I want to do all these things. And when he began to speak to me, I began to realize I could easily make that jump of courage. And today I'm just taking the first few minutes to lay the foundation so Enos can come and speak. And he spoke to me about a business which we call the business of the 21st century. And I'm going to invite Enos because this is not new. This is something that has been done across the globe. And Enos comes with a lot of experience and he's going to share his own story. He's touched our lives. From the time when he spoke to us, our lives have changed, have incredibly, changed. We've been able to travel around the world. We've had our life and marriage improved. Our children have been able to go into international education. We've been able to see, our lives become a totally different thing. And that is why I'm so excited this evening, even as I lay the foundation and set the stage to invite, Bwana Enos Salema from Tanzania. We've begun to build royalty income. We are now writing books and we are beginning to earn royalty income. I'm just showing you one of the books that we've been able to write because we understood that now we need to focus our attention on building wealth which lasts for generations. And now that is what we are able to do because of opening our minds and appreciating, the importance of crossing from the side of employment and self-employment to also being owners of businesses and business builders and also people who are investors and who can build royalty incomes. Enos has touched the lives of so many people. I'm not going to show all of them tonight, but I'm showing you people he has coached and mentored and, whose lives have also changed. And so if you're here tonight, I want you to just sit still, get comfortable because Enos is going to share with us. And so I want to invite about Enos, and a very successful businessman and engineer by training. His wife is a doctor. They have an incredible family. You can see very happy faces. I know Enos didn't know I was going to put these pictures on the screen, and maybe he's shy right now, but please just join me. And if you will join me, just post a fire or hand claps in the, in the chat, and let us welcome Enos Salema all the way from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Welcome, Enos, and over to you. Thank you very much. I don't know if Enos is there and you can hear me. We are excited. We are looking forward to hearing you. Yes, there comes Enos. Welcome, Enos.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. That was quite an introduction. Thank you so much. And I truly appreciate for the amazing introduction you've set up for me. And, you've reminded me of so many years back when I saw that photo, and I'm like, wow, I think I'm loving what we do, because I think we are both looking younger than the way we looked 7 years ago. So thank you so much, Dr. Sam, once again. That was very humbling. I truly appreciate that. And for all the guests that are in the meeting, 158 people right now, that you have decided that this Sunday evening is not just going to be a Sunday for you to relax and, stretch your legs and enjoy a nice movie perhaps, but you say, you know what, let me go get value. Let me go and add something extra that can definitely take me from where I am to a whole new level, so that we can all man up. And if you look at the Bible, when they say man at the Bible, they don't just mean a male, they actually mean both of us, men and women. So again, for all the women that are in this meeting, we are so happy to have you here. And we know, if you know what is important to us, if you know what we're working on, you're even going to support us in a much better way. So can we give a big shout out to all the women that are in this meeting that we have decided to put up together, so that we can share some ideas, we can give each other ideas that we have seen working for us, but we've also seen these ideas working for so many other people. And personally, as much as I got a very, up on the roof introduction, but let me assure you one thing, I did not achieve anything today because I'm someone who is extraordinary. No, I did not get to where I am today because I'm extraordinary, not at all. I want to consider myself blessed and very lucky that I got an opportunity to come across an extraordinary vehicle that can actually transform anyone's life. So if at this point you are kind of already doubting yourself that maybe Dr. Sam is something special, maybe Enos is someone special. No, we are nothing special, I can tell you. We are typical, normal, Africans, just like me and you here. And the only thing that few years back, we bumped into an opportunity that has completely transformed our lives today. And in a special way, I also want to thank Emmanuel all the way from Kenya, and for being able to put all of us here together so that we can be able to share something that is very special and dear to us. And we believe without a doubt that this can be an opportunity for everyone that's logged in here tonight. Now, the fact is, I can't know if what I'm going to share today will be for you or not. Too bad I cannot know that. I wish if I was a prophet, so that I could just look at all the participants here and, and just tell from your names that, hey, this is for you, or this is not for you, whether you're going to be successful on what we are going to introduce you to or not. Unfortunately, I cannot. And you know what's another unfortunate part? Even you cannot. Nobody knows their future, nobody. And that's why sometimes life is all about taking risk. Sometimes life is about taking chances. Sometimes life is about just throwing yourself into something and you say, you know what, I'm going to figure out as it goes. And sometimes when I share my journey, which I'm going to, take you through it. Sometimes when I share my journey, it might give you a wrong perception. It might make you think maybe I kind of figure out things very well from the beginning. No, not at all. Even me, sometimes when I look back, that's when I come to understand, you know, the purposes and the importance of the decisions that I made in the past. So I want to encourage each and everyone here to simply open up your mind and to simply giving yourself an opportunity to raise your level from where you are right now to a whole new level, because it is possible. It is possible. If I could do it, then you can do it. Today, I can call myself a global business builder because 2007, I got a call. 2007, that's 16 years ago. I got a call from my sister actually, and she told me, Enos, in 2007, I was still at the university on my final year doing computer science. And she called me and said, Enos, just come to town. There is a business session that I think you should attend. And you know what? Why should I say no to that? So I went to attend the meeting, a meeting more or less like this one, only that it was not via Zoom, of course. It was a physical meeting and not with 160 people. No, it was just three of us. And someone took us through a business opportunity that, if I'm to be super honest, on that day, it looked too good to be true, if I'm to be super honest. So I will understand if at some point you'll feel like, no, Enos, are you sure this is looking now too good to be true? I understand you, because I was in your spot one day and it looked too good to be true. And then it got to a point whereby I confirmed that, okay, this is not a scam. This is real. This is something that's working. This is something that has been working, you know, for years all over the world. And we have thousands of people that have actually used this opportunity and they've managed to, you know, change their lives. And not just financially, it's a lot more than just financially. But of course, I know our finances more or less, you know, our finances affect almost every other thing in our life. So I got to a point whereby I did not doubt the opportunity anymore. I agreed the opportunity was real. And then came another problem. I started to doubt myself. Like, okay, Enos, you have seen and you have confirmed this is something that can work. Now the big question comes, will it work for me? Will it work for you, Enos? And at some point, you are going to ask yourself, will it work for you? You know, will it work for you? Can you also do it? Maybe you'll feel Dr. Sam is somehow, you know, extraordinary. Maybe you'll feel Emmanuel or Enos or anybody else that's going to speak tonight, maybe they're a little bit extraordinary. You will doubt yourself. And I doubted myself. I really doubted myself. And then it got to a point I said, okay, there are two choices here I have to make. Either I make decisions based on my assumptions, or I go and find out. I said, let me go and find out. You know, I'm not so sure how this thing will go, but let me just dive in and let me get started and see if this business can really amount into something substantial for myself. And when I made the decision that I want to get started, another problem came in. I was a student back then, so I didn't have the capital. So then the capital almost gave me an excuse to run away from the opportunity. Almost gave me an excuse. And I know so many times I meet people that, you know, will look for something and you know, and blow it out of proportion and make it like the obstacle for them not to take the decisions that they know they need to take. So I said, nope, I'm not going to let the capital stop me. It's okay. Because I didn't have capital, maybe I will not be able to start right away. Maybe I'll need to take some time to raise my capital. And I did that. I started asking around for money, and somebody, for whatever reason, decided to trust me and borrowed me some money, you know, 0 interest rate, borrowed me some money. And I promised the person that I will return your money within 1 month. 1 month, I said, you know, when you're borrowing money, you don't want to say 6 months, guys, just 1 month. So I said, I'll start the money within a month. So I took the money, got started in the business. Now, when I got started in the business, I was so optimistic and I was very positive and I was super excited. And I was looking at all the possibilities around me and how I can actually take off in the business very, very fast. And everything looked like, you know, the road was so clear and straight all the way to success until when I started it. That's when I was surprised by the rejections that I was getting from people that I thought would support my business. I was surprised that some of my closest friends that I thought, I mean, if I share with them an idea that is real, that can actually help me and help them, you know, they will just jump on board and run with me. But I was surprised, you know, a number of them, you know, told me, nope, Enos, we're not interested in that. And I started to feel like, okay, maybe the worries and the doubts that I had before, maybe they were real. Maybe I was not supposed to get into this business. And I got another bigger blow from actually my mom. You know, my mom, she's an entrepreneur and she has done a number of businesses. And she's someone that I was really, really admiring as an entrepreneur. And when I introduced her to my new business, the first thing she said was, my son, I have done so many businesses and I know which businesses can work and which business cannot work. That one, it cannot work. You know, she really, really busted my bubble. And I almost gave up. But for some reason, something inside of me was still telling me, Enos, you know, keep on doing it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep on doing it. I started to push even harder. I continued to build my business alongside my studies at the university. I graduated in 2007. I went for employment. I started to work for Vodacom. And the job was, I can say, good, you know, working for Vodacom, IT department, computer science graduate. Of course, it's like a dream job. But right away, I concluded in a very, very short time, I concluded there is no way my job at Vodacom can give me the life that I want. Now, I'm not saying being employed is wrong. I'm not saying Vodacom is a bad company, but what I want to challenge you is right now, whatever that you have picked as your opportunity, the vehicle that you have picked, does it have the potential to take you to the life that you want? Because if it doesn't have the potential, then you've got two choices. Number one, change your dreams, change your goals, settle for less. That's the first choice. And the second choice, which is actually the harder one, is find another opportunity. Find another opportunity. And for me, I said, nope, I'm not going to give up on my dreams. Let me look for another opportunity. And as I started to search for opportunities that can actually give me a substantial income, and not just an income, but an income that will not be dependent on me 100%. And I know Dr. Sam mentioned that a little bit there when he was talking about the cash flow quadrant, the 4 different types of incomes. And I said, no, I want an income that will give me freedom as well. I don't want to be tied to my business. I don't want to be tied to a job. I want to have the money coming in, but I also want to have a bit of freedom, you know? So when I started to think in that direction, that's when I came to realize I actually already had an opportunity that can take me there. Only that I did not realize it. And that's my belief up to today. Most of the times, we have the answers to most of the questions that are now really, really battling in our life. We have the answers, but maybe we've not realized those are the answers. Or sometimes we've realized already, but we've not gotten the courage to actually go and work on them. So when I realized that, I said, okay, I'm going to keep my job. So I kept my job. And then I started to build my business much, much more seriously part-time. Every day I would put in 2 hours into my business, 2 hours every day. And I did that way for about 9 months, And then in 9 months, 2 hours in the business started paying me more than 10 times my salary. And I can tell you, it is so difficult, like crazily difficult, you know, to go to a job and sit on a desk from 8 a.m. up to 5 p.m., knowing that I have a business that I'm only doing part-time that's paying me 10 times the salary. I mean, it got to a point where it was now impossible for me to even focus on my job. So 2008, I resigned from Vodacom, and then I went to the business full-time. So from 2008 up to now, I'm running my life as an entrepreneur, and my whole life has been around the opportunity which we are going to talk to you about. And from 2008 up to now, you know, one of the things that I love about what we do is if you are a big thinker, if you want to build a big business, then one of the advice I can give you, You know, the big people that Dr. Sam showed you, you know, Reginald Mengi, the late, you know, Bakresa, you know, Mohammed Enterprises, you know those people. One thing that is common to all of them, and you'll agree with me, any other very successful business person that you can talk about today, one thing you realize is common to all of them is they all have businesses in more than one country. Their businesses have expanded. They've spanned through a number of countries. And me being very, very focused on making sure that I strengthen my finances, I said, okay, I'm going to expand my business out of Tanzania as well. So 2008, I expanded to Zambia. So now I have a business in Zambia. 2010, I expanded to Burundi. And right now, my business has actually expanded to at least 15 countries. So every month, I get an income from at least 15 different countries. And for me, that's very vital, because if your income only comes from one country, I mean, we don't wish for the worst on any country, but anything can happen. I mean, if you are to really, you know, strengthen your finances, then you might as well think about going global. You might as well think about building your business across different countries. Now, when you think about those things, two things come in your mind. Number one, you get excited and say, yes, I want to do it. And number two, fear comes in. Okay, Enos, how in the world am I going to do it? I'm not experienced in building a business. I've never done a business, perhaps. Maybe I'm used to just running a small business. I have a shop somewhere. How in the world are you telling me now to expand my business to more than 10 countries? How am I going to be able to do it? Well, that's why we are here on this meeting. We are going to introduce you to an opportunity that makes it a little bit easier for you to build a global business. Because I can tell you, I'm no genius. I'm not a genius in business. I just take my chances. And when I see an opportunity, I grab it and I run with it. And, you know, I pray as I'm running with it, and I know I will arrive somewhere that's safe. And for me, I consider myself very, very blessed, because I started working on this opportunity when I was still very, very young. You know, 2007, I was 24. You know, this year I'm going to clock 40. So life is about to begin. And because I started it when I was very, very young, it gave me an opportunity to actually not to go through most challenges that most people go to. So today, you know, if I look at my family, and my family is actually bigger now, Dr. Sam, you left out my girl. This is my family, my wife, who is a doctor, and we are doing the business together. She started doing the business with me when she was on her third year as a medical student, and she graduated, you know, practiced a little bit, and then went to business full time. So for over 15 years now, we are building our empire globally together. And one of the things that I really love also about what we do is the fact that it gives us an opportunity to experience an amazing, amazing and incredible lifestyle. I mean, as we go along, you know, I'll show you the freedom that we have when it comes to spending time with the family. I'll show you how this business has actually enabled us to experience, you know, quite an exotic lifestyle, I can say, you know, something that we used to see in movies. And sometimes we almost have to pinch ourselves, like, is this really happening to us right now? But I want to remind you, none of this is because I am extraordinary, or maybe my wife, Dr. Elizabeth, is. No, it's not because of that. It's simply because we got an opportunity to land on this business. If it were not for this business, I mean, I don't even want to think about it. I don't know where I would be today. So open up your mind and give yourself an opportunity to actually grow. And when you think about growing financially, I mean, let's talk some reality here, guys. I mean, today there are so many relationships that are breaking up because of finances. Today there are so many people quarreling because of what? Finances. We have people under serious stress today because of their finances. We have people that are not happy with their lives completely because of finances. Every morning, there is a parent somewhere that's waking up not happy, waking up depressed, looking at your child going to a school that you don't even like, but you have no choice. You know, sometimes it gets even worse. a parent gets to experience your child being sent back home simply because you could not pay the tuition fees. I mean, all that comes up into one major thing, our finances. We are seeing families losing some of their very, very important members of their family because of finances. Maybe they could not afford proper hospitalization and someone was lost because of finances. So when we talk about manning up financially today, when we talk about, upping our game financially, we need to think beyond the norms that are seen outside, like just being able to drive a dream car or to live in mansions. I mean, this is a matter of life and death, I can tell you. So when we talk about finances, they touch almost every other area of our lives. So we need to work on our finances. And the fact is, in order for us to really, really, really achieve that financial freedom that we want, in order for us to get there, they say it needs 200%. 200%. It takes 200%. 100% has to come from you. Now, that one, my friend, I mean, there's nothing I can do to make you ready for success. There's nothing that I can do to make you want to push more for your success. That's for you to decide. That's for you. Sometimes you need to draw a line and say, you know what? No more. This is the last year that I'm going to struggle with rent. This is the last year that I'm going to struggle with paying back my debts. This is the last year. This is the last year that I'm going to be taking my children to a school that I don't even like, and I still struggle to pay the tuition fees there, or I struggle to pay rent in a house that I don't even like. Sometimes you just have to draw a line and say, no more. It has to start from you making that decision. But it doesn't end there, because I see people that are amazing, are brilliant, and they are hardworking, and they are going, fully in, they are really pushing, but only one challenge. They've picked a wrong opportunity, and a wrong opportunity might be a right opportunity for someone else. So it's all up to you to decide, what are your dreams? What do you want to achieve? And have you gotten an opportunity that can actually take you there? And when you get that opportunity, take it. Take it, my friend. And when you take it and when you start working on it, don't let anything or anyone pull you backwards. Keep on pushing until you achieve whatever that you wanted to achieve, until you smash the goals that you wanted to smash. There is no giving up. And because it takes 200%, one thing that I can assure you, this one meeting today, it cannot all of a sudden change your life, but it can do one thing. It can change the direction of your life. After this meeting, you could be moving to a whole new direction. After this meeting, you could be taking better care of your finances from this meeting. Now, in order for you to achieve that, I will tell you, we are not here to just motivate you and inspire you and give you hopes and say all the best, bye-bye. No. Yes, we're going to motivate you, we're going to inspire you, but then we're going to give you a platform that you can actually start to take your first steps. And the good thing is, when you decide to take that platform, we are going to be there with you. We are going to hold your hand and we are going to work with you towards that. So at the end of the day, it's you to decide, where do I want to go? And the fact is, everybody is going through changes in life, and everybody wakes up in the morning working hard. I mean, I work hard. And the thing is, we need to ask ourselves, what is pushing us right now? I know, all the stages in life, they're known. I mean, at first we are pushed by our challenges. And today the challenges are evident all over. Thousands of university graduates, they have no jobs. And they have even no hope of finding a job. And even when they get the jobs, the salary is just, it can never be enough. These challenges, we are facing them. And the salary being not so much, then it pushes you, it forces you into starting taking loans, which are normally bad loans. And those bad loans, they start to drag you down. And then as they drag you down, you sometimes need to take another bad loan to at least get your head above the water. And the cycle goes on and on and on, until you hit retirement and you look back and you say, wow, I have not lived my life. I have not lived my life. Now I know every morning, someone wakes up and they work so hard. not so that they can achieve their dreams. No. So many people today are working so hard simply so that they can take care of their challenges, which is okay, but you don't want to be on that state for the rest of your life. You have to get to a point whereby you wake up in the morning, you are working hard, but not so that you can get out of challenges, but rather you're working hard for the things that matter the most to you. And at this point, I want you to think about the things that matter the most to you right now. Yes, right now, if I tell you that you can live on a mansion, you probably say, Enos, you have no idea. I'm struggling with my rent right now. How in the world can I start dreaming about living in a mansion? I totally get that. And I understand. And I know it starts with first getting out of those challenges, and then you can start to dream bigger. And what I love about the opportunity, which I'm going to dive into very, very soon, is number one, it will help you out of challenges. And then number two, it will now position you whereby you can start to work on your dreams. And let me tell you, amazing people, you know, when you're waking up in the morning and you know, I'm going out there to work for my dreams and not to work for getting out of challenges, the feeling is so different. The feeling is different. And I know because I've gone through both. At some point, I was waking up in the morning, working hard so that I can get out of challenges. And for now, for so many years, I wake up in the morning, I still work hard, but not because I've got challenges. And I thank God for that. You know, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, you know, glory to God. I thank God for that. But now I wake up in the morning to work on my dreams. I wake up in the morning, you know, to increase our investments. And if you are doing business, never depend on one income. Never depend on one income. Yes, we are going to introduce you to a very strong business opportunity, but I want to challenge you still. Use this business, you know, to invest in so many other areas. And Dr. Sam mentioned some of those areas, the bonds, the shares. You have to aim to be an investor. And there's no way you can be a serious investor if your income is small. There is no way. I mean, you can go and buy shares for Vodacom or for MTN, but I mean, if you buy shares for $500, you know for sure there's nothing much coming out of that, you know? So we need to challenge ourselves to really, really up ourselves financially so that we can be able to live the life of our dreams, so that we can be able to give our families, I mean, the beautiful life that we wish for them to have. And when you think about all those possibilities, I want you to question yourself a little bit right now. And this is very much in line with actually what Dr. Sam has just talked to us about knowing where your income is coming from. What kind of an income do you have? I mean, we have what we call a linear income. A linear income, you know, you need to put in the time to make money. Now, you could be making a lot of money right now, but you're at a big risk. Why at a big risk? Because if anything happens to you, there goes your income. And we have seen families that are now struggling simply because the main bread earner is no longer there. And you know why? Because that person's income was linear. That person needed to be there. We have seen families that are now struggling simply because the main bread earner is now laying in a hospital, not able to work anymore. We see that happening. So I want you to challenge yourself, especially as a man. I know we have lots of women here, and you know, I salute all the single moms that are in here because you're a woman and at the same time you're a man, you know. But I want to talk as well to the man in here, my fellow men in here. I mean, let's face it, guys. We need to strengthen the finances around our families. We need to do that. You pretty much know that if the finances are not going well in your family, nobody's going to point a finger at your wife. No, people are going to look at you, you know, because that's the way the world is designed. We are designed to make sure that we can focus on making sure that the finances around our homes are strong and firm and stable. And that's why we need to ask ourselves, what kind of income are we making right now? We have what we call a self-employed income, which again, Dr. Sam talked about it, whereby in order for you to make money, you own a business, but nothing comes into your pocket until you wake up in the morning and you actually go and open up that shop. If you don't open that shop, you're not making money that day. And when you are generating that kind of an income, yes, you are happy, you are owning your business, you are your own boss, and nobody can fire you, but you're still at risk. Your income still depends on you. And we have to get to a point whereby we have what we call a residual income. And that's an income that comes in whether you're working or not working. You know, you could be on vacation and you're making money back at home. That's where we want to be. And you know what's the beauty of a residual income is security. And number two is freedom. You know why security? Because even if you're not there, even if you are God forbid, you are sick, you know, in hospital for 3 months, you're still making money. God forbid, you're gone, money still keeps flowing into your family. So I want us to ask ourselves here, guys, all the men in here and all the women that I highly, highly salute in here, what kind of an income do you want for yourself? And when you understand these things, I know for a fact, everybody will want a residual income. Now the question comes, how are you going to create a business that can actually give you a residual income? Now, I have good news and bad news on that. And the bad news is you cannot, you know, just wake up tomorrow and create a business with a residual income. You cannot do that. There are things that need to be taken care of. So most people do not have the business mind to develop such businesses. Most people do not have the capital, you know, to put in so that they can build businesses that can give them residual income. You know, most people are not capable of doing that. And that's the reality. And that's why having a residual income remains as a dream to most people. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. In order for you to develop a business that can get you to a point whereby you are making money, whether you're working or not, whereby that means security and freedom, in order for you to get there, there are areas, there are things that must be happening in your business. Now, those things cannot happen overnight. You need to be put in a support structure. You need to be put, I want to say, like in a tunnel, you know, where you are enclosed so that you can keep the vision and the focus on getting to that point. Now, in order for us to achieve that, I want to introduce you to a brilliant and amazing opportunity, a brilliant and amazing company that can help you build a business that comes with residual income, that can help you build a business that will give you an opportunity, you know, to build a legacy style business, you know, a business that when you're not there, you know, money can still flow in. Now, that business, you know, the business that have completely changed my life, you know, the company that has completely changed my life, and Dr. Sam mentioned about how also he has gotten an opportunity to also transform his life through this business, is offered by a brilliant company called Forever Living Products. Now, for some of you, Forever Living Products is something brand new. Maybe you're probably wondering, what is this? And for some of you, this is not something brand new, but I only have a few questions for you. If this is not brand new for you, number one, have you ever gotten an opportunity to learn about this company from someone that is experienced and successful as well? If not, then stay tuned. But also, maybe this is something you've heard about in the past. Do you know how dynamic this company is? Do you know that the way we are building the business today and the way I was building the business back in 2007, I mean, a lot has changed. So open your mind so that at the end of this meeting, you would have gotten concrete information about what we do. And then you can be able now to, you know, sit back, analyze and see if this can be something for you or not. Because you know what? We have been in the business for 45 years right now, 45 years. And the fact that we've been in the business for 45 years should give you a reason to say, you know what, this is something to really look into. And when it started back in 1978, Forever did not start slowly, no. They started with a serious speed. Can you imagine their first year in the business? First year in the business, 1978, they made sales of over $1 million. First year in the business. Now that's crazy. $1 million first year in the business. Why the company managed to do such massive sales? As we continue, you will know. Within 2 years, in 1980, Forever had gotten to $1 million sales in a month. In a month, within 2 years. You know, you can convert that to Ugandan shillings to really appreciate how fast this company grew from the beginning. From the beginning, 1981, third year in the business, they got to $1 million a day sales. Now, guys, this should tell you something. If in 1978, 1980, 1981, that's how we started. And today, when we talk about Forever, 45 years down the line, we are still there, it means this was not a hype. This was not a hype. This was a concrete business that has managed to grow super fast. And right now, Forever operates in over 167 countries around the world. Now, why am I talking about Forever? And I'm not yet talking about how you can actually build your business with Forever, because my belief is, if you want to do business with anyone, don't just jump into looking at the benefits. No, ask yourself first, who am I going to do business with? Can I trust the person that I'm going to do business with? So if we want to give you an opportunity to build your finances around Forever Living products, then it only makes sense to make sure that you know what Forever Living products is, where they come from, how big they are. And for me, how big this company is one of the reasons why, together with my wife, we've managed to say, we're going to lean on this company. We can trust it. 45 years of serious growth, 167 countries. That means on average, every year since Forever began, every year we expand to 4 different countries every year. Guys, that is massive growth, super fast growth. And why? What makes it so possible for Forever to grow that fast? When you are building a business, you want to build a business around a product that is globally accepted. You want to build a business around a product which is not trendy. Don't build your business around something which is trendy, because trends come and go. Build your business around something that has got, historical roots. And Forever decided to make amazing products using aloe vera. Aloe vera is the main ingredient, which has been used, for thousands of years. Aloe vera is very powerful. Wherever you go, people know about aloe vera and the benefits of aloe vera, both outside your body and also inside your body. Tremendous, tremendous benefits. Now, let's think business now. Let's start to transform our thinking into business. So we have a company here that's very strong, solid, and stable, right? And this company has decided to make products using mainly aloe vera, which is a globally respected plant. That means you are given an opportunity to build a business around a product that will make it so easy for you to capitalize on the market around you. And when you think about that business-wise, then you'll get to understand how is it so possible and easy for this company to grow very fast, and how it makes it so easy for you to build your big business around this company. So from aloe vera, Forever has made a lot of different products. We've got aloe vera drinks, and I can talk a little bit about these products, but I know Dr. Sam will come on later and talk more about these products. But you know what? The fact is, today, in today's world, one of our biggest challenge is non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. Those are the diseases that are now killing us in our families. Almost every family has got someone suffering from one of those diseases. So Forever creates products, or has created products, that can help us with our non-communicable diseases. And looking at where the world is right now and the challenges that people are facing today and the solution that these products are offering, it makes it like ABC to be able to build your customer base using the product. So from aloe vera, we've got aloe vera drinks, which are fantastic for your health internally, but also from aloe vera, we have made personal care products, from the toothpaste, deodorants, the soap you use, literally everything that you're using on your body, Forever has made it there. And that means the market potential is very, very big. We also have skincare products. We've got bee products. Now, if you look at those areas, what should come in your mind? If we are talking about business, then what should come in your mind is you are about to do a business which has got a very, very wide market. And because the market potential is big, it means your chances of building a business using these products and achieving success are also very, very big. But not just that, we don't end only on those areas. We've got other areas that we are also very, very big at, supplements. And today, supplementation is no longer a luxury. Supplementation today is almost a necessity. It's a must. Researchers have confirmed it is now impossible, totally impossible for you to give your body all the nutrients that it needs by just eating food. We need to supplement. we need to add those extra vitamins and minerals so that we can support our bodies better. And then we also have another category for our products, which offer a huge market potential. And these are our weight loss products. You know, the number of people that want to lose weight today is just big and getting bigger and bigger. And almost everybody that wants to lose weight, they ask themselves two questions. Number one, will the products work? Number two, are the products safe? Now, as you can see, we have lots of people that have managed to lose weight with our products. So that means there is no doubt about these products, whether they can work or not. So there's only one question left. Are they safe? Now, for you to believe that they're safe, it's not because I'm saying no. Think about 167 countries that have approved these products. Think about these products are being used for over 45 years. And that gives you an assurance on the safety of the products. Now, let's think about the people around us. I'm sure if you think about 10 of your friends, there are 2 or 3 who are like this gentleman here, you know, that are praying every day how they can get to this level. Can you imagine if you can actually help someone lose weight to that extent? You help that person get better, feel healthier. You know, we have people around us that can actually consume our products. And the number of people that have gotten results from our weight loss products is big and is getting bigger and bigger. So many people from all over are getting tremendous results from our products. So what Forever does is they give you an opportunity to build your business around these products. They give you an opportunity to start your own business around these products. And we essentially do two main things. Two main things we do. Number one, Forever gives you an opportunity to be a distributor of these products. And I'll show you how our distribution model works. Number two, they know on your own, you cannot reach out to everybody in Uganda or everybody in Kenya or everybody in Ghana. We saw someone from Ghana. They know you cannot finish up the whole market. So instead of just buying and selling the products, though you will do that, you know, Forever says, okay, one more thing, get us other people to also distribute these products. And whoever that you're going to introduce to Forever so that they can distribute the products, you get to earn a commission out of that. Now, I will go deeper into that because that's where residual income comes in. That's where financial security comes in. That's where financial freedom comes in when you start to build a network of distributors and you are earning a percentage, a commission from everything that someone who is in your network purchases from Forever. You get to earn a percentage of that. I mean, when you think about that, you know, it should show you how a little bit easier it is to build, you know, a business which can give you residual income with Forever. Now, let's dive into a little bit these two main methods that we use to make money in our business, or rather the two opportunities that Forever gives you, which is number one, you can be a distributor of these products. And how does our distribution model work? Normally, traditionally, when it comes to distribution, traditionally, a product will come from the factory to go maybe to the main distributor, to the wholesaler, to the retailer, and then to the end consumer. That's the way it normally goes. And nothing wrong with that system, but that's not how Forever works. That's not how Forever operates. Forever gives you an opportunity to be their main distributor. And how do you become a distributor of Forever? How do we distribute our products differently? Now, when the products come from the company, which is Forever, they come to you directly, and then you get to sell to the customers directly. That means the products don't move through many different kind of people before they get to the customers. No, they come from the manufacturer to you, to the customers. Guess what that means? That means you're going to get a huge profit out of everything that you sell. And why the profit is big? Because you are not sharing that profit with anyone. But remember, on our distribution model, Forever understands that on your own, you cannot sell to everybody in Uganda. So they ask you, do you have a friend? Do you have a colleague? Do you have a neighbor? Do you know anybody that's looking for a way to add an extra income into their lives? If you know someone that's looking for a way to add an extra income, or if you know someone that wants a complete change of their career, if you know someone that wants to completely revolutionize their finances, tell them about this business. And whoever that you introduce to the business, if they will decide to also be distributors of Forever, they will come in with their capital. They are not going to buy from you. No, they will buy directly from Forever. That means you don't need to worry about having an inventory to supply to the people you're bringing in. No, they buy directly from the company, but they get registered through your name. So whenever they buy, you earn a commission, a percentage out of everything that they buy. Now, my friends here, my dear brothers and sisters here, if you truly understand this, then you can be able to see two opportunities here. The first opportunity is Forever enables you to first give you a quick income, whereby you buy something today and you sell it tomorrow. Quick income. And I know in life, we are not always ready to wait until, later on to start making a lot of money. No, sometimes we have needs that need money right now. And Forever has got that part there, that if you need to make money for next month expenses, you can buy these products, sell them, and you make money. But as you're doing that, Forever doesn't want you to be trapped on that circle whereby every day you're waking up in the morning looking for money to spend next week. No, they're saying as you are building, as you're taking care of your current needs financially, start putting in your time and venture into another opportunity within Forever that will give you actually financial freedom in the future. And the good thing is, these people that you're introducing, they're going to be just as happy as you are, because they're also going to sell to their customers, and they can also go and build teams as well at the same time. So this model that we are using, which is called network marketing, it opens up an opportunity for you to market these products to anybody. And if I look at the range of products that we have, I mean, we are surrounded by people that can be our customers. We know people that want to lose weight. We know people that want to have a beautiful skin. We know people that want to change their lifestyle. We know people that right now, they are struggling, looking at their family's health, they're struggling. We are surrounded by people who need to lose weight. We are surrounded by people who've got health challenges. So if you have products that are cutting across all these areas, then for sure, you will be able to get your customers without a doubt. So looking at the market potential is very, very big. Now, whenever we talk about selling, a number of us, we worry, okay, Enos, how am I going to sell these products? We have a way to help you, how you can actually market these products to the people, whether we're going to meet them with you and introduce them to the products face to face. But again, we also have lots of other activities that we do with you when you join our business. So the key thing here that I want you to understand is that when you become a distributor Forever, you're not just going to be left alone to say, okay, here's your package of products, all the best, may God bless you. No. We are going to work with you, helping you develop your customer base and helping you also build a team of other distributors. And I know right now, technology is really revolutionizing the way we are building the business. Social media today is no longer social media. Social media today is actually a business area. And people are building serious businesses right now using social media. And the beauty of social media is it makes it so easy for anyone to build their business, even right from their homes. It's very, very flexible. And I want to share with you some of the people that have really, really inspired me. And I'm going to share with you some few stories of people that have managed to build this business online. And the good thing about building a business online, it means right now, maybe you're contemplating in your mind and wondering, like, okay, will I be able to get customers? When you look at the people around you, maybe you're not really seeing people that can buy products from you. We understand that worry. We totally understand that. But with social media today, you have nothing to worry about. Let me tell you about this young guy called Enos. You're looking at him there looking very, very good in a nice suit, but he had a very, very, I would say, tough beginning in his business. He did not manage to finish his all-level studies. By the way, Sam or Emmanuel, can you tell me how much time I've used already? I forgot my watch and I can't go run for it now. So I've lost track of time. So Enos was studying in a place called Bukoba. It's like, Bukoba is actually very, very near Uganda. I'm sure you guys know it. and he could not finish his O-level studies. And then he moved to Dar es Salaam, you know, trying to survive, you know, looking for a way to better his life. And I look at the way where he was, you know, he did some very, very small petty jobs here and there, you know, those kind of people that are living day by day. This is Venance here. You know, he was selling SIM cards in the streets, SIM cards in the streets. He was employed by the parking company, and he used to help park cars. You know, someone that started very, very low. And somewhere along the way, he met Forever. He met Forever, and he loved the business, but his biggest worry and his biggest challenge was, where will he get customers? Where will he get customers? That was his worry, because if he looks at the people around him, you know, the people around him are really not the kind of people that maybe can buy even a $5 product. So where will he get his customers from? And we told him, don't worry, let's go online. Let's build your business with you online. So we showed him how he can actually start to get customers on Instagram. And he has an Instagram page right now that's giving him a substantial income on monthly basis, his Instagram page. And he focuses on selling weight loss programs. He sells weight loss programs very, very well. In Ugandan currency, he makes a profit of at least 2 million a month, at least 2 million a month via Instagram, 100%. A young guy that could not even finish his O-levels. I mean, he did not graduate even at Form 4. He did not finish that, making 2 million profit on Instagram, 100% online. I mean, we inspire each other also to go for bigger things. I told you about investing. And last year, we were really pushing people to invest. And Venance last year, he managed to invest. This is in Tanzanian shillings, which I bet is somewhere around 16 million Ugandan shillings. So he invested about 16 million Ugandan shillings, all from his business via Instagram, online, marketing this product. Someone that was selling SIM cards in the streets, you know, and not only him, lots of other young people also doing some amazing things. This young lady here called Vivian, you know, she markets what we call a bedroom pack. A bedroom pack is a pack of products that are very good for us men. When I say that, I'm sure you're understanding me very well. And she makes an average of about 3.3 million profit, 100% via Instagram. So selling to people that she does not even know. So right now, if you're thinking about where will I get customers for these products, we got you covered. We'll show you. You know, Vivian started her business while she was still at the university. She graduated, never looked for a job, and she's now full-time in the business. I mean, of course, if you can make 3 million online, I mean, why would you even go look for a job? I mean, how much salary would she be getting, you know? And this other young guy, he joined the business recently. Oh my God, this guy really, really, really inspires me. I mean, he started very humbly as well. And he shared with us the profits that he made in the past 4 months, September, October, November, December. These are in Ugandan shillings. And he, again, also markets our weight loss programs. And he's using social media, 100%. Serious, serious, serious money. You know, these are serious profits, guys. All these are in Ugandan shillings. So imagine, you know, in 4 months, you make about 15 million online. This is just a young graduate, you know, and he's building his business now full-time. You know, he graduated. Why would you even look for a job if you can make 15 million profit in just 4 months? And we also have employees. We have got employees right now that are building their business part-time. This lady here called Teresia Kisoka, you know, she's employed. She's an auditor with a crazy, crazy schedule. Very, very busy job, but she's building her business part-time. Her first year in the business, she made in Ugandan shillings, she saved about over 16 million first year in the business. After 2.5 years, she bought herself her first car, 100% from the income using by selling these products. And here's the thing, guys. In the beginning, I told you that we've got 2 income opportunities. Number one, we market these products and we make a profit. And the profit is big. You know why the profit is big? Because we are not splitting that profit with anybody else. That's why the profit is huge. And up to this point, I'm only sharing with you stories of people that have done very well with selling the products, but I've not yet gotten to sharing testimonies of people that have also built teams, because that means those people are making even bigger money. So if you're here and you're not looking for just 2-3 million a month, if you're looking for a much bigger income, well, let me show you how you can actually, move from such incomes to crazier incomes. So for those with big goals, big dreams, you want to go far, this is the part now for you. So number one, we market the products, we make profit straight to our pockets, we are happy. Number two, apart from just marketing the products, we introduce people to this opportunity as well. And when we introduce people to these opportunities, whoever that we bring into the opportunity, we get an opportunity to be paid from everything that they buy. And you can be paid up to over 500. Forget about these other typo. Must be my one of my children maybe messed up something here. But you can get up to over 550,000 Ugandan shillings for every one person that you bring. Every one person. Now, let me take you back to my story a little bit. You remember on my story, I said I was doing my business 2 hours a day while I was still working for Vodacom. What was I doing in those 2 hours? I committed myself every day during lunchtime. I'll put 1 hour into this business. What would I do in that 1 hour? I'll sit with someone and introduce them to Forever. 5 p.m. when I knock off the office, I won't go home straight. I'll have another meeting, one more person. So I would talk to 2 people per day, 2 people per day, 2 hours per day. And what would I be talking to them about? I'll introduce them to the business. I'll show them the products as well. Now, by talking to 2 people per day, it means in a month, I've talked to over 50 people. Now, that's a big number, guys. And I know it can scare you a little bit, talking to 50 people, but it's just 2 people per day. Now, in Forever, out of every 10 people that you talk to, I promise you, this is a formula and it works like always. Out of every 10 people that you talk to, you won't miss one that's going to join your business. So if I could talk to 50 in a month, I would get at least 5 people joining. And if I can get up to 500, more than 500,000 for every one person that I'm recruiting, I hope you are getting the picture now on how within 9 months, I started making more than 10 times my salary. How was that possible? Because I'd built that team very, very fast. So there is no limit to how many people you can bring in. There is no limit to how fast your team can grow. And here's another thing that I want you to really get here, guys. These people that you've brought into your business, they're also going to bring others. And the thing is, you might bring in 3 people. And those 3 people might bring in 2 more, 3 more, 3 more, 5 more. And the team gets bigger and bigger. Now, I said I have a business, my business now has expanded to over 15 countries. I know it's more than 15 countries, but I've only picked, that those countries that are at least giving me substantial income. But let me confess something. I did not personally expand my business to 15 countries. I did not. I personally expanded my business to only 2 countries, to Zambia and Burundi. Those 2 countries, I personally expanded my business there. The other 13 countries, someone in my team expanded there. And simply because they're in my team, can you imagine? I get to earn from that. I've never even been there. I had someone in Tanzania, a very powerful leader, someone that has built a huge team in Tanzania. A few years ago, she expanded to Kenya. So she has a team in Kenya. So I'm in Tanzania and I get some money from Kenya, but I've never myself gone to Kenya and tried to build a team. Now, this same lady moved to South Africa, and now she has built a serious team in South Africa. And while she's building her team in South Africa, she expanded to Namibia, and she has a huge team in Namibia. And now her team in Namibia, for whatever reason, they're expanding to Angola. So very soon, I'm about to start making money from Angola. And her team in Namibia, there was a lady in one of the members in Namibia. I was having a chat with her about 2-3 days ago, and she was telling me, Enos, I've got so many people in Swaziland, And for me, it's like, oh my gosh, my team is now about to expand to Swaziland. That means my business is about to expand to Swaziland. But here's the thing, guys. That's not me doing it. That's the power of our opportunity. So don't look at yourself and doubt yourself. This is not just about you. This is not about what you can do. It's about who you can find. And the good thing is you can never know the people that you are going to find, how big and how far they can go. You can never know, my friend. So the fact that you have an opportunity to market these products, make your quick income, fantastic, you're happy. And at the same time, you are building this team. This is what's going to give you the residual income. This is what's going to give you the residual income. And if I'm to put, if I can put in, I'm going to put a figure on the charts there. Normally we make, when I say we, I mean me and my wife, okay? We make at least $50,000 every year from the team that's outside outside our country, at least $50,000. And actually this figure was before our South Africa business. So if I had South Africa business, maybe I can put it about $60,000. So it means I can be in Tanzania and do absolutely nothing in Tanzania. Absolutely nothing. I can watch TV morning to evening and do absolutely nothing and still earn at least $60,000 from the team that's outside Tanzania. Now, of course, our biggest business is in Tanzania. So what we earn in Tanzania is a lot more than that. But I want you to get the idea of how powerful it can be if you are in the right opportunity, an opportunity that enables you to grow globally very, very easily. And that means you will start now to tick your big goals. You'll start now to achieve things that you have never perhaps achieved before. I mean, you'll start to tick your dreams. I mean, you see Blandina, Dr. Sam showed her a little bit. I started with Blandina. I introduced her to Forever in 2007, and she was not interested. I met her again in 2009. She joined the business. Within 5 years, 5 years, guys, 5 years of building her business in Forever, she managed to move from a customer care agent to driving a brand new 0-kilometer Jeep Cherokee, 0-kilometer, guys. Someone that used to work for Vodacom, you know, the people that receive calls, thank you for calling Vodacom. My name is Blandina. You know, within 5 years, from a customer care agent into a serious successful lady. And right now, she's someone that gets invited to big events and meetings to inspire other people because her story is amazing. And you know what? If you're a guest here, one thing that I want to assure you is, in order for you to achieve success, long-term success, you need to be surrounded by the right people. And that's one of the things that I really love about Forever. It gives you an opportunity for you to be surrounded by the right people. And every day we get inspired by some of the things that young people are doing right now. And you know what? Out there, I tell you, out there, sometimes people don't like us so much in Forever out there because we are so loud and we love to show our success. But the thing is, we're not even showing to brag. No, we're showing to appreciate the effort that has been put in. So as you can see there, we were carrying that guy and congratulating him as a young guy, a university graduate that decided, no, I'm not going to put down a CV, move around looking for a job. This is the guy called John Madeje. You know, I'm just going to build my business with Forever. And he managed to buy his first car last year, a nice, shining yellow, you know, BMW. I mean, if these people, all these people are doing it, why not you? You know, this is another story of another guy. Now, the people I'm showing you now are the people that are selling the products, but they are also building teams. Now, this guy, this young, humble guy there, Emmanuel, you know, he joined the business when he was my age, 24. He's now 26. No, this year is going to be 27. And he joined the business December 2019. December 2019. And this was his celebration, December 2021. December 2021. Within 2 years, he helped his family. His family is in the village, bought motorcycles for his parents so that they can earn their own money. And he bought himself a nice purple-ish BMW. I mean, at 26, I mean, that's impressive. And I love the fact that this business is really, really opening up the doors for young people today to reach as far as they can. It's opening up the door for young people to really go for their dreams, because we know it is possible and it's happening every day. So you need to ask yourself, where do you want to go? What's your dream car? I know for the ladies in the house here, you might not know the name of your dream car. We understand that, but at least when you see it, you can point a finger and say, that's the one, that's the one. This is me and my wife here, and this used to be our dream car. You know, we bought it in 2013, brand new 0 kilometer. I mean, a lot of things are possible, guys. And if it's possible for all these people, why not you? It's another young, brilliant man called Amadeus, who has also recently bought himself a nice BMW. Now, you know, I'm sure you're observing lots of BMWs. You know, as they say, birds of a feathers flock together. So why not? I mean, if you're surrounded by people who are buying BMWs, chances are you're not going to buy an IST. No offense to people who drive ISTs, but chances are you're also going to buy a BMW. And I'd rather be surrounded by people who are buying BMWs. But it doesn't end there, guys. This business also gives you a chance for you to travel around the world. And if you're someone that loves to explore the world, if you want to be all over, you know, you don't want to be, you know, born in Kampala, you know, started nursery school in Kampala, primary Kampala, secondary Kampala, university Kampala, dated for the first time in Kampala, you know, engaged in Kampala, got married in Kampala, you know, got your children in Kampala, grew old in Kampala, and of course, you know, you'll be buried in Kampala. If you don't want that, I mean, if you want to have a very exciting lifestyle, I mean, Forever makes it a little bit easier for you. We have fun, guys. And I wanted to, I hope you're seeing this video clearly a little bit. We had an amazing event this year in January with over 800 people, 800 plus East Africans. We were together in Zanzibar in a powerful 2-day event, which I can tell you, the people that attended that event, you know, have gotten so much value from that. And if you are a guest on this meeting, I want you to understand, you're not just joining the person that invited you here. You're not just joining Forever. You are joining this tribe, man. You are joining this family. These are the people that are going to be working with you. The energy that you're going to be getting from these people is simply amazing. So why not? And I know we had an amazing representation from Ugandans. You know, Ugandans were in fire on that day, and it was awesome, guys. Guys, I love Forever out of so many reasons. I love traveling as well. And every year, Forever gives us an opportunity to travel around the world. This was last year in October. We're in Cancun, Mexico, everything paid for by Forever. And the experiences that we get with this business. And you know what? You know what's the craziest thing? When I was introduced to Forever, one of the things that almost made me not to join Forever were these travelings. Because I felt like these guys are lying to me. There is no way I would do business, work hard, get paid, and then at the end of the year again, you tell me that I'll be getting free vacations. Now this is too much now. You know, I was feeling that way. And the thing that I hesitated the most is actually one of the things that we got to enjoy the most in this business. I mean, we love traveling. And if I look at how many places Forever has taken us for free, we got married in 2011. So this is our 12th year in marriage, and you can tell how many places we have been. And all these places, you know, we are taken there for free. And now we are counting days, guys. You know, in just 3 weeks, we'll be going to Bali. Bali is another top destination. Again, everything paid for by Forever. And when Forever takes you somewhere, you're not just going to be put into some junk places. No, actually, when we go to Bali, you know, our hotel is Melia. Melia is one of the top hotels brands in the world. So having an opportunity to really experience life in an amazing way, and having an opportunity to, you know, to show amazing things to our children is something that's very dear to me. So my fellow parents that you are in here, you know, let's make the most of our lives, because it's not just for us, but it's also for those that are looking up to us. It's up to us to make sure that we open up their minds. It's up to us to make them believe that everything is possible, to make them believe that they can dream and they can actually make their dreams come true. It's up to us to do that. And finally, guys, let me top it off. Let me finish up with something that's very, very big. You know, as you're building your business, you know, it gets to a point whereby every year, you have an opportunity to share profit with the company. Every year, you can share profit with the company. And sorry, I lost my slides and bringing them back. Sorry. So apart from the fact that you sell the products, you make the profit, which is fantastic, but also at the end of the year, you have an opportunity to get what we call a profit sharing. And a profit sharing is an opportunity for you to actually share profit with Forever. So imagine you are actually sharing profit with a global company. You know, you are sharing profit with a company that does business in over 167 countries. And we have checks that starts from, you know, small amounts, not small as in small, but 2,000, 3,000, but they grow bigger, guys. Can you see some of those figures, guys? Crazily big figures. This gentleman here, Mr. Alphonse Chilato from Tanzania, he's the person that actually presented the opportunity to me the very first time. I was called by my sister, but my sister was also new. So she just took me to Mr. Chilato. Okay, sit down here, Enos, and listen. And imagine, that was 2015. You got a check of over $135,000. Look at some of these other crazier, bigger checks. Isn't it amazing, guys? So if you're here and you've got big, crazy goals, big dreams, is this possible? In 2015, my wife and I, we whooped an amazing check, glory to God, over $300,000. And let me tell you, this was our 8th year in the business. 8th year, we started 2007. So this was our 8th year in the business. And there was no way you could have convinced me that selling these products and recruiting other people into doing this business within 8 years would earn us a check over $300,000. There was no way you could have convinced me that. But you know what? It doesn't matter what you believe. What matters is what you're going to do. If you will do the business, and things will happen to you. And every year we get to celebrate people that are earning these checks. And my hope and prayer is that one day there will be a check on your name so that you can go and achieve your big dreams. So that one day you can own the houses that you want. This is a house owned by Mr. and Mrs. Mgoyo in Tanzania. This is our house, one of our houses, if I'm to say. I'm actually on this room right now. This is where we live, and it's really amazing. We live right by the beach. I mean, when we get out of our home, we have the beach, you know, in front of us. And don't ask me how many times I go to the beach. I mean, I can count in a year, you know. But all in all, I love the fact that this business has given us an opportunity to experience a kind of a life that maybe we never thought it would be possible. And we love investment. This is another house that we built for business. So we rented it out. Guys, there's something good about being a landlord, eh? When you're sending that message to your tenant, like, hey, next month the rent is due. It's a good feeling. And I believe that we need to invest in multiple areas. So we invest in real estate. We invest in shares a lot. We invest in government bonds. It's important to diversify your investments because you want to have, you know, firm foundation financially. So it's important to diversify. This is another project, a small project we did last year. And this year we are so excited because we are about to start, I would say, our biggest real estate project so far. You know, we're gonna do it this year. So what is it that matters the most to you is the question that I want you to ask yourself right now. We have to get to a point whereby we are not just driven by our challenges. We have to get to a point whereby we are not just working hard to get out of challenges. No, we have to get to a point whereby we are driven by what matters the most to us. And I know each and every one of us here, we have it in us. We have it inside of us. Maybe sometimes those dreams are so buried inside, you know, so deeply buried, and we need to kind of resurrect them so that you can be able to say, I'm going for them. Now, if you make a decision to start working with us, let me assure you, this one meeting cannot make you get it all. It cannot. It cannot make you an expert, no. But we have prepared a support structure for you so that when you join us, when we start to work with you, we are going to hold your hand and we are going to work with you. So definitely, without a doubt, we are going to be together every step of the way until you get to the goals that you want to get to. So don't hold yourself back. Don't think you'll have to do everything yourself. No, it is your business and you will be doing it for yourself and your family and the people you love, but you will not be doing it on your own. And with that said, I want to thank you so much for the time that you've put in this evening. And I want to remind you a few things. Today, maybe this seems just like one of those presentations to you. Maybe when you're sleeping tonight, you'll be asking yourself, should I join Forever or not? But let me tell you, the right question today to ask yourself is, should I start changing my life or not? Because you joining Forever is a ticket, is a key that's gonna open doors for you that you never thought possible for yourself. And with the structure that we have to support you, nothing is impossible. So I wanna thank you all so very much. And I wanna wish you the very best in the decision that you're going to make. And as we are about to wind up, I'm gonna bring back Dr. Sam, to finish up with the last part and to show us how we can all get started and to show us how actually we can also get healthier with these products, because it is a fact. It is a fact that we have got an opportunity in our hands right now that can definitely make our dreams come true. So thank you all so very much. And I want to say once again, thank you so much, Emmanuel, for giving me an opportunity to share with these amazing people here all the way from Tanzania. And I see we have people from all over Africa on this meeting. I see Ghana there, I see Kenya, I see Uganda. And I want to wish you all the very, very best. And I want to wish you all great success. And let us go and close this year powerfully. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dr. Sam.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Enos. If you just help me, everyone who is still online, just help me put some fire, put some hand claps, put some thank yous, to Enos for such an amazing, amazing presentation. We are so excited. I mean, when we see what is possible with Forever, we cannot even begin to say the sky is the limit, because it's only the beginning of the great things. At only 40, seeing all the real estate projects you're now beginning to do and invest in, thinking what it will be like 40 years from now. I mean, incredible wealth around the world, all the lives that you've been able to touch. We thank God, for using your life and for your story that I believe has shaped many people's decision this evening. So I'm going to kind of, bring this to a close, and but I want to touch very briefly on the products of Forever, so that each of us has an opportunity to just see how we can benefit from the products of Forever and get health from them. Enos, when you were talking about people's stories of their first car, I remembered my story. And I remembered how in my first year in Forever, I was also able to save the money to buy this car. I know I look very young here, but this is my story. And I just felt like I should share it, because I mean, it's happening in Tanzania, it's happening in Uganda, it's happening everywhere around the world. So it's really, really exciting, to be able to share. So I'm just going to touch very briefly on the value of our products. Enos already mentioned very briefly how, non-communicable diseases are a big issue for us and how our health is so important. You can work so hard and make all the money that you want, but if you are not healthy and not alive to enjoy it, then it's all useless, because there are people who have worked so hard and have ended up with all the stress and pressure and ended up with high blood pressure and with all these non-communicable diseases. And these diseases are killing 7 out of every 10 deaths that happen, 7 of them are coming from non-communicable diseases. And, these diseases account for 82%, just for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer. They account for 82% of all the deaths that happen, due to these diseases. I'm just sharing a few facts so that we understand. And why is this happening in our world? It's because the environment has changed. The air that we breathe has changed. You know, there are so many things that are happening. The personal care products we use, some of them have chemicals and toxins that find their way into our bodies, drugs, cigarettes, chicken that we eat is fed with hormones. You know, there are all kinds of things going on. Food is being processed. So all these things are beginning to impact, you know, on the kind of health that we can have. And so it becomes a challenge for our body. Our body is supposed to naturally heal itself. It's supposed to naturally get rid of toxins. But when it becomes too much, when they are coming in from the lungs, from the skin, from the intestine, from every side, then the liver begins to get overwhelmed. And then we begin to find, you know, people are getting all kinds of diseases. And these are facts. I mean, these are things that you will go online and you will find. People are supposed to be drinking water, but when you begin to ask yourself, how much water am I supposed to drink? Many of us will find that we fall short, because this is supposed to help our bodies, you know, to detox or to get rid of some of these things. But we can't even be able to get to the level that we are supposed to get to. And the question is, are we actually having everything that we need in every meal, every day? Because one can say, I have a balanced diet, I eat healthy. But the truth is that many times we are still falling short. You know, you'll find this is what your lunch looks like, and you feel like you're having, you know, a proper meal. Greens and, you know, some protein and vegetable, protein and carbohydrate, but then the others who are having, you know, more of the fries and, you know, more of these kind of things, because that's what's available. And people are trying. I know every one of us is trying in every way to keep healthy, to live a healthy life. But, you know, it is so important that we are healthy and strong so we can make the wealth that we want to make, but also we can live to enjoy, you know, the kind of health that we should have. Now look at these recommendations. WHO recommends that we should take about 5 to 9 servings of fruit and vegetable. What is a serving? A serving is about a palmful. So when you think about 5 palmfuls of fruit and vegetable every day that I should take, that you should take, we begin to ask ourselves, do I actually take that? The truth is that many of us don't even take, you know, 2 or 3 of these servings. And the reason is not because we don't want. I know we all want to live healthy, but the challenge is that getting access to these, they're expensive, but not only expensive, on a daily basis, preserving them, preparing them, making sure they are freshly served is a big challenge for every one of us. And so in the end, we find that we are not meeting our expectations or recommendations, you know, for good health. And that is the beauty of Forever, because it comes to help us tackle the challenges that we are faced with. Enos already showed some pictures, you know, of how our products are helping people. We have a wonderful range of products in the area of weight loss. And I mean, just keeping your body healthy and keeping it in check. And it's amazing what these products do. I've used them before. I remember when I did the C9 program at Forever, my son had begun to think I was pregnant, because when he would touch my belly, he would say, oh, daddy is pregnant, because he saw mommy was pregnant. And he also looked at daddy and he thought, oh, daddy is also pregnant because of my belly. But when I began to use the C9 program, just a 9-day program, which helps us to detox and put our body back, you know, into the right routine, I found that in just about 9 days, I lost 3.5 kilograms. And I just challenge people who are out there and saying, look, I want to live healthy. I've seen these products impact lives. And when you're excessively heavy, you find that you begin to struggle with so many other diseases, because obesity in its own right is, you know, harmful. Think about men. About 1 in every 2 men, that's 50%, are going to likely have prostate problems. And, you know, when you ask yourself, what am I going to do about my health? You know, do I want to reduce these odds naturally, or do I want to wait until I have the problem and then I'm beginning to deal with this problem? 1 in 7 people have a chance of developing prostate cancer at some point during their lifetime. You know, these are facts. These are things which are available in data. And at the same time, while all of this is going on, there is knowledge, very common knowledge, that the human body heals itself, and nutrition provides the resources, you know, to accomplish that task. You know, this is someone who has written a book on nutrition against disease in 1971. He was talking about how nutrition is going to look at what a Nobel laureate said. He said the doctor of the future will not give drugs, but good nutrition is going to be the medicine for the future. So we are talking about an industry or an area where we know without a doubt that if you decide that you want to live healthy, you can get an amazing set of products, but also you can help people around you to live healthy. So the fact is we need supplementation. You know, look at Dr. Walter Willett, the chairman of the Department of Nutrition at Harvard School of Public Health. He said that a recommendation for dietary supplements should be included as part of a healthy diet, because the foods that we eat are not going to give us everything that we need, you know, to stay healthy. And so why do we need supplementation? First of all, fruits and vegetables have become less nutritious. People are farming the land, not giving it time to rest. They are putting in, fertilizers, pesticides, and doing, whatever they can do to get the most out of the land. But in the end, you find whatever is coming out of the land is not as nutritious as it is supposed to be. And so we are struggling. We are overfed, but we are undernourished. We are overfed, but we are undernourished. And this is a fact. When you look around, you find people who are obese, but again, the bodies are lacking, in the nutrients that we should have. We have gaps in our diet. We are taking a lot of carbs and sweets and fats and processed food because this is what is available. And so our bodies are also being challenged day in and day out. And yet at the end of the day, we need these essential nutrients. When you look at them, all of these are extremely important. And in fact, some of the ones we need in the least quantity are the ones that we need the most, are the ones that our bodies need the most to maintain good health. Look at this pyramid. It just shows you what we should ideally be eating. This is what a healthy diet should look like. It should have, a big amount of fruit and vegetable, about 35%, some pasta, breads and things like that, about 40%, and then the milk and fish and eggs and meat and oil and sugar, smaller quantities of that. But we've reversed the pyramid. Many of us, even unintentionally, it's just that advertising is getting our attention and we are struggling. So we need to eliminate waste. We need to optimize nutrient intake. We need, to make sure our bodies are getting everything that they need. And that is why Forever has made an amazing range of products. The aloe vera gel is our #1 product. And when I talk about aloe vera gel, I'm extremely passionate. I've taken this product for the last 12 years. I remember when my mom first told me about Forever Living products. Unlike Enos's mom, it was my mom who told me about these products. So every one of us has our own story. His mom discouraged him. My mom called me and said, please take these products, because she was beginning to use them. I began to use the aloe vera gel, and I found every time I took it, I had a bounce in my step. I felt I was just great. I was like a well-oiled machine. I would work into the afternoon and I would no longer doze like I used to do. I found my body was just healthy. Now these days, after 12 years of taking the gel, when I meet my OBs and OGs, some of them who don't take the products, I look at them and they're beginning to get gray hairs here and there. And, they are looking older, 5 years, 6 years old. And sometimes they meet me and ask me, but Sam, what do you do? How come you stay young? And I keep telling them, look, it is these amazing products at Forever. And I want to recommend the aloe vera gel. It is an amazing, amazing product. It opens up your nutrient highway such that every nutrient you begin to take into your body is absorbed. But it doesn't only open up your digestive system and make it good for absorption of good nutrients. It also is loaded with its own nutrients, over 200 beneficial substances. And I love this because even this morning I took aloe vera gel. And that is why even at this time of the evening, I'm excited, I'm passionate, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm still energetic. Moreover, after preaching in 2 services at church, and then after that, having this meeting, some people would have already signed out at the age of 40. They would say, no, look, I'm exhausted. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm not going to do this. But these amazing products, they boost our energy. They give us great health. It's also a prebiotic, meaning it prepares our digestive system to keep the good bacteria. Every one of our digestive systems has bacteria there, but there's bacteria which is good for your health, and there's the one that is bad for your health. Now, this just sets the environment so that you have good bacteria there, which digests your food well, so that whatever you put in is absorbed and is taken into your body. And so, what we are talking about is not new. Aloe vera has been used for, thousands of years, but there's also science to support this. There are, journals that have written, scientific journals talking about aloe vera and its benefits for health. So if you'd like, you can go online, you can look up some of the information about aloe, and you'll find amazing, amazing information. Let me just give you one example. When you take a food with vitamin E, normally you will find you're getting, about let's say 2 units out of 10 of that vitamin. But when you take your aloe, then it creates the pathway for the absorption of this vitamin into your body. And you find your body is absorbing, almost 4 times what it would have absorbed without aloe vera. So it just makes things easier to absorb vitamin C, So we can talk about the availability of nutrients, because you can eat all these nice foods, but if they are not being absorbed into your body, then it's meaningless. And yet at the same time, when you use these products, it's amazing. I've seen my mom getting to 70 and she's just jumping and dancing and excited. And it's been 13, 14 years of using these products. And it's just great, whenever I see what the products have done. So thinking about all the benefits that the products can give, they're amazing. I can talk about each and every product. There is a probiotic. This one gives you good bacteria, puts it into your digestive system. Many of us take antibiotics, they kill the good bacteria, but this one just restores the good bacteria in our body and puts it into the right balance. And this is just to show you where we always range. Most people are ranging down there, below 30% of what they should have in their gut. But now when you begin to take our products, especially the probiotic, it just puts the good bacteria back in and your food is well absorbed. I can talk about, so many different products, but today I will not spend too much time. The Agi Plus is an amazing product. For men especially, I want to recommend this product to you. Wonderful product. I have a colleague who is a doctor, and just 2 days ago, she sent me money to send her a pack of Agi Plus, a C9 program and something else. Talking about making money. I was excited because this was like good money coming into my pocket. But then what was even better is that this is a repeat customer. She gave this product to her dad, who was beginning to struggle with high blood pressure. His vessels were not opening up so well. And he began to take Agi Plus. When he began to take Agi Plus, his vessels just began to relax and the blood began to flow so well, and he began to regain his energy. And so now she's been buying this product, repeatedly from us, and she's become a regular customer. So if you're thinking about a repeat business, these are amazing products for a repeat business. In fact, this product is amazing. We're talking about blood flow to all the vital organs. For men, I can say to you, very important for sexual function, very important. These are products that will help you to just, make sure things are working well. This is a doctor called Ferid Murad. He's a Nobel, Prize winner. And these were his own recommendations. He said, I believe Agi to be the most efficient and best arginine-based formula on the market. These are recommendations from experts in the world. So we can talk about product after product, but I'm not going to be able to go into each of them. I'll just say to you, if you're interested in any of the products, just talk to the people who invited you to this meeting today, and you'll be able to get any of the products within our range. There's skincare, there's personal care, all that Forever is saying is use the brand that we are bringing to you. It's a wonderful brand. It's all natural. It's healthy. It's going to be for your own good. And for those who say, look, I may not want to do the business, but then I'll just say to you, look at what Forever Daily does. Just use the products. If you don't want to do the business, that's absolutely fine, because you can just benefit, from an amazing set of products. When you use the normal, take your normal diet, you'll find many of the vitamins are not coming out in a balanced level. But when you begin to take Forever Daily, look at what it does. It just sets all your minimum daily requirements as they should be. So I'm just putting some of these out there so that each of us can benefit. Actix is an amazing product. This one product I never go to bed without taking. Whenever I'm going to bed, I take my Actix C. And I take it, you can take it twice a day, 3 times a day. But I make sure to take it because it's great for our brain. It's great for our heart. And what Forever has done is taken the best fish from the sea and also the fish from the Arctic Sea, which is the cleanest sea. And then they extract that oil, put it in here, and then you're able to get it. And it's just going to keep your heart healthy. It's going to give your brain what it needs, your nerves what they need. Gentlemen, it's going to give you, for your testes, the health that you need. So look, these are absolutely amazing products. We can talk about all the benefits of them, but all we are saying is that there's a huge marketplace here, within this product range. And it's really up to you to see how you can harness and enjoy it. We love the products, we use the products, and that is why we have the capacity to share them. And we share them through all these different ways. I'm just showing you a few quick pictures of friends. This is some of how we build our business. Invite a few friends around the table, show them what the products do within your home or wherever. And we've done this with several of our friends. We've built teams like, Enos was talking about, and it is so exciting exciting when you find other successful people like yourself who are looking to build their dreams. And they say, look, I'm going with you. We are going to work together. Don't worry about the negative ones. There will be those negative ones, but there's also going to be a lot of positive people who are saying, we can work together. We can build an amazing team. And we've had the privilege to actually do that while we also use the products and live healthy lives. We've traveled, like Enos has talked about. We've had the privilege to also go to several places. These are some of our Ugandan friends, and so many others. This was Zanzibar, this is us, and this is our friend Rolf. Now, when I show this check, again, Enos was talking about checks and you've heard his story, so I'm not going to repeat many of these things. But when I looked at this gentleman, I thought to myself, oh God, one day if I could only get a chance to meet him in person. And then, in 2017 in Dubai, while we were at the Forever Global Rally, we came across, Rolf, and we stood side to side with him. And you ask yourself, how do you see such successful people who are earning millions of dollars, but they are ready to stand beside you, take a photo with you, speak to you. They're so down to earth, like Enos. He's come here, he's shared his story, he's touched our lives. And what we long for is that as you build your business, indeed, you will go global. You'll go global, you will touch every country, every city, every home, every person, and that we will be able to make people live healthier lives, but also earn an amazing business income through the Forever opportunity. We've had the opportunity to expand our network. We were in Greece in this picture, touching base with friends from Nigeria. These are men, people who have decided to man up financially, and they said, we are going to take this opportunity. We are going to do it. Now, of course, as we wind it up, you may be saying, this sounds too good to be true. I want to say to you, the reality is time and effort is going to be required. You're going to need to learn and develop some new skills. This is what we were talking about when we started this meeting today. There's going to be some learning. There's going to be, some effort on your part. But I can say to you that if you're prepared for change, if you're ready, to be part of a dynamic team and to build the dreams that you have, I can assure you that if you're going to work hard, if you're going to think big, if you're going to get together often like we have done today with successful people, not people who have failed, but successful people, if you're going to enjoy the products and be bold and be consistent, then I can promise you that success is waiting for you. And I want to pause and just say, look, you can also build those life-changing moments. Every one of us has an opportunity to participate in changing the course of our lives, the lives of our children, our future. And today you are standing at that place and you have the opportunity to make a decision, like Enos made some decisions years ago, like I made decisions some years ago. And you can say, I will be there for my children. I will have time to play with them on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Thursday. I will have the time. I will create it now. I don't have it now, but I will create it now. And you can build the life of your dreams. I'm playing a video here, just showing what kind of lifestyle awaits you on the other side of your decision.
I've always liked doing things my own way. Freedom, independence. This is how I live my life. But I had to earn that. I worked hard for that. I love my freedom. When I ride my bike, I can be free. I absolutely love it. After a hard week working and having meetings, I like to get on my Harley. I don't have to wear a tie. Instead, I wear a t-shirt. Instead of a suit, I wear a leather jacket.
Okay, so I'm going to just skip that so we can move on. Okay.
It's a big bike, it's heavy, and it's a bit difficult to get through the streets of Monaco. Lots of traffic, crazy streets. It's hard, but it's worth it. For me, the payoff is big. The hills around Monaco where I live are beautiful. I love when I can smell the air and I feel the wind in my hair. This kind of freedom makes me happy. I started my forever business in 1995. That was a long time ago. I did it because I knew I had the ability to earn the freedom that I wanted. I did it for my wife. I did it for my children. I did it for me. I'm very grateful that I chose to invest my time in this business. I think it has made Dominic and our family very happy, very free. I'm Rolf Kipp. I'm independent. I am free. I'm a double diamond. And I am forever.
So as we come to a close, I just wish to give you one thing to do. We've poured out our hearts. Enos has shared his heart. I've shared mine. And all we want to say to you is, we expect you to make a decision. And I know you're going to make a decision. And whatever your decision, that is just absolutely fine. For some people, the decision is going to be, yes, I want to do this business. I want to change my life. And if that is you, I'll just say to you, get registered, talk to the person who invited you, and they will show you how you can start your business with Forever and how we can coach and support you to achieve your dreams. Some people are saying, I'm making a decision and my decision is no, and that is fine. We are happy with you. We'll just say to you, for now, all we can recommend to you is great health. Use the products. Make a decision to use the products because we want to share life. We want to share health with everyone around the world. And some people are going to make their decision and say, maybe I still have some questions, and that is absolutely fine. And if you have questions, please get back to the person who invited you and they will be able to answer your questions tonight. All I want to say as I close is please do not wait until it is too late, because opportunity, someone said, is like a bald-headed man with a beard. When he knocks at your door, grab his beard and pull him in, because when he turns around, you will not have an opportunity, to pull him back. So I would recommend that you decide. And if you decide, look, all we'll say to you is we are going to support you. And I'll just end by warning you about dream killers. Today, you've been in this presentation. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you're wondering, can I achieve this? And some of us, when we first had the opportunity, we went out excited and we said, let me talk to my uncle. Let me talk to my friend. Let me talk to my sister. Let me talk to my mom. And when we went out, because they had not had the opportunity to listen through the opportunity and to appreciate what it had, some of them told us, look, that will make you fail. Enos has already told you his story. But you see, you cannot explain this opportunity to someone unless you yourself have tested and also seen what it is and have made up your own mind. And also until you have been trained and have gained the skill that you need to explain it to another person. So we recommend to you that if you have other people you want to talk to, invite them to a meeting like this. Let them come here, let them listen like you have listened, and then let them make their own personal decision after getting the kind of information that you have made. But for today, we'll say to you, you've seen the information that you have. You can make your own decision, but don't let anyone tell you that you're not worthy of this life that we have shown you through this opportunity. You see, people have failed before. You may meet some people who say, I tried and I failed. But I want to say to you, everybody fails at something. There are people who fail at doing a shop. There are people who fail at doing a clinic. There are people who fail at doing a salon business. But then there are also people who succeed. There are people who make it. And so I just want you to know some people may have failed and they will tell you we failed, but also we've come to tell you we have succeeded. We have seen what the opportunity gives. And if you decide to build success, usually it is advisable to go to successful people. If I want to build a great marriage, I cannot go to a divorced person to ask them, how do I build a great marriage? I will go to a successful person. So it is all in your hands tonight. You can make the decision and say, even though other people have failed, still I will succeed. And I'll just ask, will it be worth it? 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 I want you to think 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Will it be worth it? You make that decision for yourself. All I can say to you is that that day will come when you can look back like we have looked back, when you begin to travel the world, when you begin to take your children to the schools you want them to go to, when you begin, to build the real estate projects that you have wanted to build, and you will find that you have found it absolutely worth it. I'm looking forward to the day when we'll all park these nice cars and when we'll meet together in the countries of the world as we tour and travel with Forever. And as I end, I recommend you to God. I'll say pray for strength, pray for your business, and God will grant you success. And the change that you want begins now. So I want to thank you so much for sticking with us. We are here at the very end, and I want to hand it back to Emmanuel Akwiri, our leader in Nairobi, just to wrap it up and let us have a good night. And I wish you a very blessed week, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the business and at the top. God bless you and have a good night. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Sam. Thank you, Enos. Really, I don't have much to say. You guys have done it all, said it all. I believe we inspired and looking up to the best. Wow, I'm tongue-tied. So clearly, I just want to wish all of us a happy new week, happy new month, wishing us all the best in the year, every day, what to do every day. Don't give up, keep pushing as we chase your dreams. I want to give it up to the three musketeers, our amazing leaders. Dr. Sam, thank you so much for taking us through the session. Enos, our amazing leader from TZ. Thank you for always inspiring us in East Africa and all over the world. Thank you to our guests, our Forever family, for sticking up this time. I know it has been an amazing 2 hours, 15 minutes, but I believe it was worth it. I believe it was worth it. So thank you all. Wishing you all the best. Happy New Week. Bye-bye and see you next time.